Uh, Hello everyone. Let's continue with our topic. We last session we had a numerical on valuation of share. We shall continue with next practical. Let's see the balance sheet as on 31st December 2022 is given to you. The liabilities are 15,000 equity shares at the rate of 10 rupees each fully paid up. So the amount is 1,50,000. 10,000 equity shares at the rate of 7.5 each fully paid up. The amount is 75,000. 10,000 equity shares of 5 rupees each fully paid up. The amount comes to 25,000. Then we have general reserve. General reserve, you can see it's given as 60,000. Then sundry creditors, the amount given is 40,000. The total of liability side is 3,50,000. The next is my assets. Fixed asset including goodwill, it is 1,10,000 rupees. The next is current assets. The total is 2,40,000. So the asset side total comes to 3,50,000. Okay. The additional information which is given to you is average profit for last 4 years after charging income tax is rupees 45,000. Can you see this? This is average profit is given, which is 45,000. The next is fair rate of return. Some in some books or some people call it as normal rate of return, or it can be fair rate of return. Both are same. It is given to be 10%. Transfer to reserve, it is given as 50,000. I'm sorry, transfer to reserve is the amount is 5,000 rupees. Okay, now you have to find the value of each kind of equity share by in net asset method, and the second is yield method. Okay, so here specifically they have given you have to find the value of each kind of share. Why each kind? Because here in this problem we have three kind of equity share. One is 10 rupees paid up, other is 7.5 rupees paid up, and next is 5 rupees paid up. So the value of these shares will be different. So you are supposed to calculate the value of each kind, but by using two methods. One is net asset method and the other is yield value method. So let's shift on to solution. Yes, see, the first is we are going to solve it or find the value of share using net asset method. Net asset method, as I told you in the previous video, net asset method, first step is you have to calculate the net assets available for equity shareholders. Okay, so it will be like we are going to first add the assets. See, assets, fixed asset and current asset. So add these two. This is 1,10,000 and this is 2,40,000. A total of 3,50,000. Okay. Now just focus here. I'll share the problem with you again. If you can see here, see the assets given as 3,50,000. But on this liability side, can you see this liability side? Here these first three numbers are of equity share capital. Next is general reserve, and when you calculate net assets, you are not going to consider not going to consider the share capital or reserves and surplus amount. So only outsider liability which remains is sundry creditors, which is 40,000. I mean to say, how you are going to calculate the net asset? It is the total of assets minus total of asset minus outsider liability, and which is only in this problem sundry creditor is the outsider liability, which is given to be 40,000. So 3,50,000 minus 40, I get 3,10,000. Okay, now the next step is, this is the value of asset available for equity shareholder. Now you are going to calculate the value of each share. How? So look here. First is, this is 10 rupees paid up share. So the next step, the formula is the assets available for the shareholders are 3,10,000 rupees we just now calculated. So this is 3,10,000 divided by 2,50,000. Now where come this 2,50,000? So this 2,50,000 is the total of equity share capital. You can just see the, I'll just bring up the problem in front of you. If you add 1,50,000, 75 and 25, so this comes to 2,50,000. This is equity share capital. So that's what the number I have written over here. It is 3,10,000 divided by 2,50,000 multiplied by the paid up value, that is 10. So you get the answer as 12 rupees 40 paisa will be the value of this equity share according to net asset method. Then the 7.5 paid up share, the value will be 3,10,000. Okay, so this is 3,10,000 divided by 2,50,000 into 7.5. So the answer comes to 9.30. Then the next value of the share, which is 5 rupees paid up, it will be 3,10,000 by 2,50,000 multiplied by 5. So answer comes to 6 rupees 20 paisa. Okay, so this is how we have calculated the value of each kind of share using net asset method. Okay, friends, now the next method, same numerical. Now we are going to solve it by yield method. First of all, what you do is in your notebook you just note down these two formulas. These are the formulas for calculation of value of share, okay, using yield method. So first is you are supposed to calculate the expected return. I'll just read out the formula. You please concentrate on this. Expected return is equal to expected profit divided by equity capital into 100. Okay, so by this you are going to get the expected rate of return. The second formula is yield value of share is equal to expected rate divided by normal rate into paid up value of share. Okay, I'll read it out again. Yield value of share is equal to expected rate upon a normal rate into paid up value of share. Okay, so for this, let's start with, we are supposed to calculate first the expected return. And for this, in the problem, he has given us the average profit. This figure was given in our problem on first page. So average profit is given. Then we'll transfer, he has told in the additional information to transfer rupees 5,000 to reserve. So I have transferred it. So the amount remaining is 40,000. 45,000 minus transfer to reserve, I get 40,000. So what is this? This is my expected profit. Now very simple, let's apply formula number 1, that is expected rate is equal to expected profit, which is 40,000 divided by equity capital, which is 2,50,000 into 100. So the answer is 16%. Is it clear? So this is what? This is my expected rate of return. Now let's move on to the last step. Value of each kind of equity share is equal to, using this second formula, expected. Now see, we have three kind of shares. One is 10 rupees paid up, the other is 7.5 paid up, and the third is 5 rupees paid up. So let's calculate the value of share which was 10 rupees paid up is equal to, expected rate is 16 divided by normal rate was given in the problem as 10% and into 10. So this is paid up value of share, that is 10. So I get the answer as rupees 16. Remember friends, this is yield method. So whatever you get the answer according by using yield method might be different from the answer which you get in net asset method. So need not to worry, because here people might be surprised, like here we got rupees 16 as our answer or as the value of share, and in the last net asset method it was 12 rupees 40 paise. correct? So it will be different, need not to worry. Fine. The next is 7.5 paid up. Using the formula, 16 is my expected rate divided by normal rate multiplied by the paid up value. So the value of this share is rupees 12 each. Okay, the next is the third, 5 rupees paid up value share, 16 by 10 into 5. So the answer is rupees 8, which is the value of share, each share. Okay, so this is our second method, yield method. Hope friends you all are now clear with the two methods, that is the first was net asset method and the second is yield method. I have a suggestion for all of you, just don't watch the video, you just maintain a book and write this problem in your book and make and maintain a proper book for this accounting or for this chapter. So once you write, you will be comfortable with solving such type of problems. Okay, so I'll stop here, and surely within next next video I'll come up with this some advanced problem. So at present we'll stop here. Thank you so much. Bye bye.